MPC Live 3 and my OCTATRACK. If I'm being honest, I've been pretty scared to set both of these up. You know, I was talking to one of my friends today, a customer, and we were just talking about music, and you know, I sold basically all of my gear in order to buy this MPC Live 3. And you know, that customer, we were talking about how, you know, he was like, he did a show with someone else and he moved his gear around and it's just hard to set it back up. So that is one really great thing about the MPC Live 3 is that everything's all in one box, and especially with the step sequencer, I have everything that I need to do full live shows right here within the box. That being said, I absolutely love my OCTATRACK, and when I was using my MPC Live 2, it was actually a cornerstone for performing live sets because there wasn't this same clip functionality that we have here. So I used my friend EasyBot, if you have an OCTATRACK, download his performance template. It is absolutely incredible. It is essential for what I'll be doing here. And what I was doing before is essentially, I would have one song and I would sample, you're able to sample things live on the OCTATRACK, and then I would load up the new song, then I would press stop and play, and then I would load up the new song in the MPC, and that would allow me to have a pretty smooth transition from songs. Also, EasyBot's effects template, you have all these different effects, which we'll go over. So yeah, download it if you want to. So today, since I'm doing that show next week, I've been watching a lot of videos about the Akai Force and people designing music on the Akai Force. And I think I have a really good grasp of clips. My favorite thing about clips that I've realized, it's really easy to go in and out. It's like Ableton, everything is connected. It's all the same exact thing. The arrangement, the clips, it's all the same thing. That's part of why it's so confusing. There's a language that you have to develop. It's like riding a bike, you have to practice. So I'd say let's just get right to it and let's do a performance. I just did a 3 small, simple song performance just to see if I even could. So we'll do a video of that and then I'll talk about and I'll go over what I did. And that'll be the video that we do today. All right, let's get started. I screwed up there, but. All right, well, there you have it. And that's just a short little mini set. And I'll try to keep things pretty quick. Let's just go over everything that I did. Yeah, so to have a better understanding of the clips, these are little mini songs, and I'm not gonna lie, whenever I was setting this up, there was one point that it did, the project failed, and I was able to reload it. Luckily, I had saved it. I think this might be a situation where I have to convert things to samples, but you're allowed up to 32 plug-in instruments on the MPC Live 3. So that's really great for this situation right here. So each little song that I'm doing, let's go in and let's just go to the plugins. We have 12 plugins total. And yeah, it's just drums, and then you have, you know, all the instruments, 3 instruments after that. And it's that way for the whole entire track. And if we notice we're here, there are these, if we go here, this is on number 11 of the step sequencer. You're allowed to do track mutes. And this has been pretty essential for the way that I would make music before and compose songs. I love playing around with those track mutes, but the great thing is we can use snapshots. So let's go back up to the first song. We can go in here. Let's do this over. So we notice here, let's look at this. This is going to change. Things are coming in and out. And that's, you can basically click here on the settings and you have to take a snapshot. But if you want to change things, you have to clear the snapshot. But yeah, that's a great way to open things, basically to compose full songs. And I just have 4 different rows of clips, and we're just playing around, bringing instruments in and out for fun. But if we go here, so the first 8 tracks are the first 2 songs. So if we notice we're here, all the next song are open. I didn't really show you this. I played around more, and I actually crossfaded from the OCTATRACK. But what we can do is, if we go here on the touch strip, there's a crossfader. And if we go, let's go here to the mixer, we go to pan and volume. If you notice, we have this A, B down here. So I think, let's go in here. I think the best moment for this to show, we have all of these, at least for this first one, I had everything set up side by side the whole time. If you notice, everything is playing. So let's press play. Right now we're in A. So you can fade into a new song that way. And then when we clicked into the new song, you notice that it's muting everything as well. And because I switched it, you can hear the piano if you go all the way down. So yeah, so if I were to switch the scene, the piano would still keep playing. And you can actually do tempo bass per row. So if we go here, we go to settings, we can change the color, we can change the name. I'm just naming everything based on the tempo and what the key is. That seems to be the easiest way to do it. So we do the same thing that we did. We press the move to navigate. It starts to get a little bit more complicated when we go to the next song. But it's similar where one piece of the former song remains playing. Well, at least I thought it did. Let's go. I don't know why it's not. It would be this one right here, but let's copy this one and let's load this one in. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I think that might have been what I did before. Let's go in and let's say copy and let's say paste. This is how you would move things around. Let's press play. Okay, see, now that we're in this one, it's in the song before. And you can see how this would get kind of confusing, but this is the way I go through my 3 songs. Generally, when I do a song, this was just the limitation of the MPC Lab 2, I would do 7 plugins. Now that's more than enough plugins. For this live show, I want to do vocals as well. But so I have these blank spots between each song, and I might in the future do blank tracks between each song to make things easier. But also the blank spots are good because let's say we're, let's go here and let's go down and let's go. So let's see how this goes. So the quantize is to 1 bar. If you have those spots where there's no music playing, if you press play and it's on the right tempo, that's going to give you a great drop in and drop out effect. And see, I haven't named this one, which I should. I have everything set up to a DJ wheel. And I really like crossfading between songs. It sounds really beautiful to me. Before I was having a crossfade with the OCTATRACK. The OCTATRACK, especially with the performance template from EasyBot, makes everything really easy. If we press B here, that's basically going to be our resampler. So let's just show that in real time. The effects are really messed up right now. So I think these should all be on 32. And I know there's a way if I press shift, let's see if I can get this to work. Like function, yes, no, disarm all, function and you. I know that there's a way to click it and you just reset everything to what it's supposed to be. But so yeah, let's go in here. So let's go in here and let me show you. So when we're on this, and this is for, so if you go to the parts, there's effects on, and I recreate this with the MPC Live 3, but not for this yet. I'm gonna do this in the future. You basically get momentary effects where when you crossfade over to B, let's show you before we do the, so right now we're in build. That's how I was building all these things, and you can switch through them. And if you go to EasyBot's Buy Me a Coffee, you can download those there. And there's also, you know, I'm just flying blind. I've just played it enough that I know the different things that sound good to me, and I feel comfortable doing a show. But there's, you can actually buy like little magnetic strips that go along with it. But probably the best functionality is whichever scene you're in, if you press B in 16, let's do this. I think something might be wrong where, yeah, the tempo is in here at 120, and that's wrong, but it was still working. So let's go here, let's go to project, because we want the tempo to be external. Let's go here, and let's go to MIDI. Let's just figure this out real quick. Audio in and out, standard. You probably can't even see this screen. This is the beauty and the pain of the OCTATRACK. So let's go, so there's sync here. Okay, so it's saying with the clock, it's saying send and receive. So let's turn the send off and this off. Now let's go back to tempo. It still says, okay, so now we're gonna have external sync. So now I go here and I go to record 1, we're on our record buffer, and I click yes, it's gonna say arm all, and we're gonna see as soon as it loops, there's this plus. So if we go in the audio editor, that right there is beautiful because what is playing from the MPC is going into the OCTATRACK. So then when we scroll over, before we were getting effects, see, oh my gosh, that's the same exact thing. That's beautiful. In real time, I just sampled myself. Let's, on this side, let's go here. So now, see, nothing's actually playing over there. So you can do changes in your song. Let's click here. And you could fade between pieces of your song, or you could just literally fade between songs like I'm doing with the crossfader over here. And I think what I'm excited about is before, whenever I was using the OCTATRACK to literally change songs, it was a lot of focus, and it was also the master of everything, and I was having to switch things. I'm excited to just mess around live, because if we go in here, we got the rate switch, we can reverse everything. I'm sure I can like resample everything back into the MPC too. We can turn things really low, we can do the pitch live. Pitch sounds freaking crazy. I hope I didn't use any curse words. I don't like it when I do that. We have the reverb. Honestly, the effects aren't the best on the OCTATRACK, but they're there. We have this DJ fader. I think what's really great about it is the LFOs. Oftentimes at the end of the set, I'll just like do a bunch of crazy, weird, let's do a comb filter. But I could do all this crazy stuff and then just fade back into it. So that's really quick. Yeah, let me know if you want to know the details about my show that I'm doing next Saturday down in South Seattle. And it'll be a much more expanded version of this. Can't quite sell this thing. OCTATRACK is absolutely incredible. Sold all of my other gear. Couldn't sell my MPC Live 2. It's a little beat up. If you're looking for a good deal on an MPC Live 2, it works great. Struggling to sell it. Aesthetically doesn't look great, but it works incredibly. Possibly thinking about adding that for a live show too. I don't know how, but at the very least, it's like another sound module. But yeah, this is basically just a really quick, if you're new to the MPC Live 3, don't be scared of clips. Clips are great. It's like with Ableton, it's like, I think what I realized when I was watching people use the Akai Force, I had that realization of like, the clips are just really great for live music creation, and you can add rows, delete rows. Like once you kind of know it like the back of your hand, it sort of turns mixing, which can be in the computer. Let's go to the arrange. In the arrange, it can be a very linear process where it's just very left to right. But once we put it in the clips, it creates, it's just another, it's not so linear. There's different layers to that, and that's what can be confusing about it. But that's also what's beautiful about it. If you're used to performing in the main mode, that's fine too. I've just been scrolling around, and you can take effect of everything. If we go here, this is where we could load temporary effects. So I could have all of these effects from EasyBot's template, plus these, I think they're called, oh my gosh, they have a name that you wouldn't think they're right. It's like Q-Link pad assignments. I realize that's what it actually was. But yeah, you scroll down here, and we could assign different effects to that, which I will be doing for my show. And even with the Matrix, I know that I'm able to loop live, and I get a certain amount of audio effects. So I'll be doing that. I'll be pushing it to its limits. If I'm only able to do 4 songs of synthesizers per track, that's fine, because then I could just transition between the songs the way I used to. But then I only have to do it every 4th song. And, you know, I like to keep the music and the dancing going, but traditionally music stops, you know, bands will stop for a second. So yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. More content like this headed your way soon. I'm just playing around with the different formats and seeing what is easiest to where I can get content out for everybody. And I'm gonna try to do auto chapters on this one, just so you can scroll through and find what you like. I should probably say that at the beginning of the video for the next video. But yeah, like and subscribe if you appreciate what I'm doing. And if you have an OCTATRACK and an MPC Live 3, yeah, download that template by EasyBot, and you're at the right place. We're gonna have way more content headed your way.